Well, hello there. We are live. How are you? Oh, I love that. I saw Alison from Trinidad is here and Louisiana is in the house. Can't believe it's Tuesday again. Welcome, welcome. Say hi. Where are you from? Who's painting with you? So neat to see everyone. Oregon is in the house. Jeff and Laurie is here from, I think it said Illinois. The messages are so fast, I just can't keep up. I'll see what I can grab. Tina from Charleston. Hi, Frida from Castlegar. That's Diane. Welcome, welcome. Carol is here from, I think it said Wisconsin. Yes, I saw that. Vancouver Island, Lee, and she's on YouTube. And Sheila's on YouTube from Atlanta. Welcome, welcome. Claire is here from Quebec. Welcome. Kim from Missouri. Carolyn from I Missed It. I think it was Florida, I'm not sure. Vicky from Iowa. Virginia is in the house. I missed the name. I'm painting on a black background today. I have an old canvas I want to use. I have to invert the colors. Yes, Sheila, that will be fun. It's so neat to see where everyone's from. Alabama, Kentucky, Pennsylvania, I think, Texas, Minnesota. Alicia is right here in Cloverdale where I am. I am in Cloverdale. It's Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. Alison, painting from Trinidad. Welcome, welcome. And Patricia, I saw your name come by. Did you say there's snow? I missed it. The messages move so fast right now. It's crazy. Pam is here. She's just watching tonight. Debbie from Iowa. I did it tonight while ready. I dipped my clean paint brush in my drink. That's a good start. That's so funny. At least it was clean, right? Hello from Langley, BC. Close to you. Hello, Gail. Yes, Langley is right next to me. I used to have an art studio in Langley. Well, I have one again in Langley. I used to have one in the city of Langley, and now I'm right on the border in the township of Langley. I have a small studio, and you'll start seeing events coming up there. So if you want to come join me in the studio, Glenda's here from Seashell. I might be painting in Seashell this summer, so look out for that. Judy from Alabama. Alberta, Edmonton, North Vancouver, Wilma, welcome, welcome. Terry from Vancouver, just watching tonight. From upstate New York, hello Rose, welcome. All right, are you guys ready? Are you sticking to the same colors? I could not find my gnome painting. I think I gave it away. I don't know where it is, so I had to print. So we have a smaller one here. I'm missing messages. If you asked a question and I missed it, just ask again. Hello, I'm just watching tonight from Surrey. I'm still working on dinner. That's all right. I'll be painting it later. Yes, so for those who don't know, I post the videos right after, and then you have time until tomorrow at 6 to do this one. So it stays on Facebook and on YouTube until tomorrow, and then it moves into my Paint Night at Home membership and paintnightathome.com if you want to learn more about the Paint Night at Home membership. Someone posted today that she's going to be in heaven for a while because she found some amazing paintings in the membership. I know I should publish more what's in there. There's some really neat stuff. If you do go to this website, it routes you to the membership, but you can go all courses, and all the easy, fun, step-by-step classes is what's in the membership, plus probably another 80 more paintings. There's about 130 and growing paintings, and there's a new one going in. This one is going in there. Look at all the gold. This one should be in the membership tomorrow. Do you recognize the roses from the other one? So you can You can start building a collection. All right, you guys ready? It's already 6:05. I think we should start painting. Do we have a birthday party? Oh my gosh, we have a birthday party for Heather in Utah. Happy birthday, Heather. I know there's lots of groups painting, so if you're in a group, let us know who you are and what you're celebrating. Some are just having a girls' fun night. Debbie says, ooh, I love it. Yes, it's a beautiful painting. Hello from Knoxville, Tennessee. Oh, thank you, Ruth. Ruth says, everyone out there, you will not be disappointed with the membership. There you go. I'm going to leave that one right there for a second. I get messages every day from people doing a whole year. Someone did a whole year's birthday card. She just sat down over the weekends, over the winter, and she did little cards, and she's going to send them out the whole year using the membership, all the step-by-step paintings. Now she's starting with rocks for her garden. So you can use these paintings also for gifts or rocks or whatever you want to do. All right. Okay, let's start. You will need a canvas. Some people are painting in books. If you are painting this one, if you don't have a tall canvas like I have, so you have a canvas like this, or you have, can you see all the lights on this? This is covered in plastic. You will just paint it on the one side or even in the middle. People are asking me how they will do it if they don't have a tall canvas. Just kind of do it on the side. If you want to do 3 of them, so you can break it up, just something like that. Someone has a square, and I suggested you can split it in half, do one here, do another there, or just do it a little to the side, add some flowers. Like, you can still do this one even if you don't have a tall canvas. How much is the membership? So the membership is $19 Canadian a month, and that comes to around about $15 US. And you have access to all the paintings. It's not just one painting a month. And every month I add 3 or 4 new paintings. So there's always new paintings to choose from. It's very affordable, and you saw, Ruth said, it's very, it's worth it. I am just adding black and white to my palette because I'm going to stick to those colors. I need some paper towel. I had to run to go get the towel. I keep forgetting to bring it to this room. And later on, I'll add a little bit of red. For brushes, you'll need a bigger brush for the background. I am loving this flat one these days. It's got shorter hair. If you have a filbert one, that will work too. And then we need something to draw with. I like to draw with a round brush. Oh, like that one. So I'm going to draw with this one. And then you'll need a medium-sized brush. I normally have my filbert, which is a size 6. This one here. Can you guys hear me? I see some messages. People can't hear me. You won't be sorry. These videos are totally worth it. See, there we go. Thank you, Larry. Sheila, thank you for your message. The class is free. So this class is a free paint night, and I do it ever since the pandemic hit. And it's an hour class. All right, are you guys ready to paint? So for those who don't know me, my name's Frida, and I do fun art, not fine art, so you can relax, you can have fun. We paint for an hour, we forget about everything that is out there, and I guide you step by step. I am currently live on Facebook, and I'm also live on YouTube. And then for those who asked, I do have a paint night at home membership. These videos are available for free until tomorrow this time, and then it moves to my paint night at home membership. If you go to YouTube, you can just search Zales Art and my channel will come up, and you should be able to go to the live button, or I think normally it just shows a little further down that there's a live stream. Love painting with you each Tuesday. That's amazing. Fun art, you are the best. Thank you, thank you. Yes, we are just here to have fun. All right, so we're going to start off with drawing out our gnome. So I have a bit of a tremor on my right hand. And today is not a good day. You can see it shakes like crazy, but you don't have to shake when you draw yours. I give really good instructions, so you'll be able to draw along, even though mine might look a little wonky tonight. All right, but I still decide to go live even on the days that my tremors are acting up. So we're gonna have fun. I'm gonna not read comments for a little bit because they're a little distracting, but we're gonna draw our little gnome and then we're gonna start painting. And if I missed any questions, either myself or someone in the community will answer you. You'll see that there are some amazing people in this community. So we're gonna start off and start drawing. And Judy writes, my tremors are bad today as well. I know, right? Some days, it's funny that when you have some important things to do, it just wants to show up. All right. Oh, and Sherry is here from Wisconsin. Welcome, welcome. All right. So we're starting with our round brush, and we're just going to draw out our gnome. So what I do is I use a little bit of gray. What colors are you going to do for your background? You can choose your own colors if you want to. I would use one of a little bit darker than whatever you're using for your background to draw out your gnome. And yeah, and the rest of the painting it in will cover your outline, so you can do that. So you'll see that if I go halfway down my canvas, and it's a little bit lower than half. So if this is about half, to give you an idea of where I am, that's half. So a little bit lower than half. This is the bottom of the hat. So I'm going to go round about here, and it kind of twirls like that. Kind of goes up, not twirl, just have a curve. This is the top of the hat. How wide do you want to go? Do you want to go really wide, big fat hat, or do you want a tall, skinny hat? I normally start with a hat, and then I build my little guy at the bottom. And then you're going to go up, and you can twirl it down to put the pom-pom down here or high up. It's up to you. I'm going to go, and you can see it's got little curves in it. So hold your brush a little further back, and then you're just going to go up and twirl, and then go in here like that. There you go. Please note that I won't tolerate any rude comments. You'll be kicked off the live and banned from the page. Just so you know. There we go. That's not too bad, is it? Hi from Kansas, here with my 12-year-old son, painting together with you. Well, hello, Amanda and 12-year-old son. I hope you guys are having fun. Let me bring it a little closer. There's my outline. Can you guys see it? Shall I make it a little darker? Is that a little better? That's not too bad. And then I make a little pom-pom, just a little circle here. It's going to be a little bigger when we start flicking out with the brushes, but that's where it's going to be. And then doing the nose, I'm going to go a little bit darker with my color so that you can see it a little better. Right here, a big round nose. I like it really big. There we go. That's where our nose is going to be. Hello from New Hampshire. Loving the painting. Thank you, Shelley. All right, and then on the side here, we're going to do the body on the side. And we're going to go rounded just on the inside of the hat. And I go right to the bottom of the canvas with this one. Melissa is here from Southern Ontario, Canada. Welcome, welcome. I'm painting with Wifey again. That's awesome, Nikki. This one is super cute. We did the butterfly together too. Oh, I love that. The butterfly is so fun, right? I don't know if you guys went back. If you go back to my Facebook page and you go to the photos and you look at the selfies, just go through the comments to go see other people's paintings. They are so amazing. I love that. Lisa says this is happy hour. Yes, it is. Yeah. I just catch some comments and then I just get rid of people that want to kill our vibe. We are here to chill tonight. With a pencil first, if you want to. I jump in with a brush and I just start painting in the lines. Right, so we're going to do the little feet at the bottom, and they are just two rounded little, I don't know, half moon shapes, half circles at the bottom. So these are going to be the little shoes at the bottom, like that. My release time, yes. I get some lovely moments, messages from people that tell me how wonderful painting has been for them, just to chill, relax. We do fun art. We're not quitting our day jobs. We're not out to go and sell paint. We just want to paint. That's all we want to do, right? Right, so we're going to add the beard in. And we're not going to do all those little twirls yet. So you might want to go a little bit lighter with your paint here. And we're just going to go like a big shape, rounded here, rounded like this, and then come into a little tip. Like that. So we're going to draw it in, but we're going to create the little fluffs on top of it. Look at you guys, you're drawing gnomes. That wasn't too bad. So sit back, have a look. Do you want to reshape something? Do you want yours to be a little more skinnier? Then just bring in the lines. If you want it rounder, you can always just use a little white paint to cancel out what you don't want. If you want a bigger hat, kind of make it bigger or wider. I have had people drop the nose or drop the hat a little bit and redo the nose. This is your time to kind of stand back. If you're not sure, then just leave it. Just paint. The feet is just these two circles here. That's it. You're seeing right to the end of the canvas. That's it. They're right there. Hanging with my homies. With my gnomies. Patty, you are so cute. I love that. Yes, of course, it's definitely okay to sketch with a pencil. Some people also use like a chalk to draw it out before they start painting. I'm just one of those people that jump in with my paintbrush. And a lot of people do. It's just fun, but it's up to you. If I do a little bit more complicated or I need more detail, I'll grab a pencil. Love the vibe so very much. These gnomies are awesome, aren't they, Nikki? Just breathe. It will be okay and fun. Thank you, Rhonda. And Leanne is here from Vancouver Island, Canada. We were on the island 2 weeks ago. We went fishing. It was so good. And we're going again the end of the month, and very close friends of ours are actually moving to Bowser on Vancouver Island. So we'll be there even more. Thank you for keeping it a happy experience. Yes, that's why we're here. All right, are you guys ready to move on? Let's do this. Oh my, we have 538 people online. So when you are ready, type in ready. And when we have about 20 readies, then we'll move on to the next spot. There's a lovely spot, Bowser. Yes, I love Bowser. Will this be on YouTube? Yes, but it only stays there. It only stays there for 24 hours, and then it's going to move on to my membership for the members. Breathing and painting in Bennington. That's awesome. This, okay, we're ready to move on. I didn't expect that many readies. Like, come on, Frida, let's move on. Okay, we're going to start off with the background. And the background's a little streaky. I'm going to bring, you see there, it's gray, a little lighter, closer to my gnome, and darker as I go out. And I'm going to use my big brush, and you are just going to paint. But when you're painting, this is your time. This is time to relax. You're going to pick up some paint, so I'm going to pick up some white with a little bit of gray. So wet your brush, tap, tap on the paper towel. I'm picking up some white paint, a little bit of gray, not too much. Both sides of the brush. Don't scoop paint. If you scoop like this, it's just going to fly everywhere. We just want it in between the bristles. And this is where you're going to just breathe, drag like long brush strokes, see how the paint, it goes onto the canvas. Just drag it out. Don't overthink it. Am I doing it right? Am I doing it wrong? Just do it. Just drag out the brush. There is no right or wrong here. The more you move your brush, the more blended it will be. Less movement, it will be more streaky. Right, picking up more paint, pushing down. I want a little bit more gray. So I'm going into my black. The black goes really far. So I'm going into the gray and then more white. And I'm going to go around my hat here and drag it out. And sit and watch how the paint goes onto the canvas. And if you find that you have little brush strokes, so every time you push the brush down, it makes a little mark, a softer brush stroke will get rid of it. Just drag it out. Can I show my palette again? Yes. That's how I work with my paint. So I'm pushing down with the brush into the white. I picked up some white. I push down so it goes in between the bristles, and then I move into a little bit of black. Move it around like that, both sides, and that's how I pick up paint. And then I drag it out. And more white paint. More you move your brush, the more the colors will blend together. Less movement, it will be more streaky. If you're painting and you think you want to use two colors on your canvas and you're not sure what to use, colors that are close to each other on your color wheels, so purples and reds, they blend together well. Purples and blues are beautiful. Blues and greens are really neat. So colors that are close to each other on the color wheel, they blend really well. Greens into the yellows, oranges and yellows into the reds, like that. If you're finding it hard, the paint's not spreading really well and you feel like you've got to pick up paint all the time, I wet my brush. So I go from the water, my wet brush onto my palette, and then I just thin out the paint a little bit with some water. But when you pick up your brush and you see a drop, that's too much water. When you touch your canvas, it's going to run down the canvas. So you want to make sure that you have just thinned out paint, but not water. And it will go into the small crevices to fill up the little white spaces. You guys breathing? Yes, Liz, there will be a replay. What happened to my left hand? I actually heard it in fall. I fell. I heard it in fall when I fell next to the river. We were out fishing. I didn't lose the fish though. Anyway, I fell and I hurt it, and it just didn't heal properly. And I've been working it really hard. So, and this week it's very painful, so I can't bend it this way. I'm seeing the doctor tomorrow because I thought I was getting over it, but I can't carry heavy things, and so I have to get it checked out. So I've been wearing this for a while, and I feel it is better, but we need to get it sorted out. I have lots of plans for the summer, and I want to go kayaking, so we'll know tomorrow what's up with it. Can I use watercolors? I don't have acrylics. Yes, you can. There's not a lot of layering in this one, so you can use that. I'm a rock painter, so I'm painting a Santorini stone. Works great. Well, that's awesome. I can't wait. Right after the event, I post a little selfie, and then I invite you to come and post your photos. So then we want to see your rock, so come share it with us. And I do that on Facebook. What did I read? Hope you feel better soon. Oh, thank you, Shelley. Oh, thank you, Patty. Yes, I have. Last night, and then last night I had an event at a local public house, the Clayton Public House, and I forgot my cart, so I had to have people help me carry in 4 crates of supplies. Oh, Frida. I'm like, the day I can't carry. It's so silly, but it worked out. All right, so when you're done with the background, I like to jump in and paint my hat all black, whatever color you want to choose, because I need it to dry. I need it to dry so I can do the polka dots on top of the black. So we're going to go and paint our gnome hat all black. And this time we're going to have, so what I did now is I went close to these lines all the way around. When I do the black, I want harder lines, so more solid lines when I paint the black in. And again, wash your brush, get rid of the white, and then you can start painting in your the gnome hat. And normally, because it's black, I use the same black for the shoes at the bottom here. Thank you for doing this so fun. You're welcome. Just popped in for a quick look, but I'm working, so I'll have to watch recording. Looks great. Thank you, Kat. Thank you, Liz. Yes, Patty, I've done red and pinks and pink and purple. And then we once did a blue one. I think it was something to do with the Smurfs. I can't remember, but we did a blue one too. That was fun. So I'm sticking to the same brush. If you need a smaller brush for your hat, you can grab a smaller brush. I'm sticking to the same brush, a little bit of water with my paint. So I went straight from the water onto my palette, and I'm just thinning out the black paint so it runs a little smoother onto my canvas. And then I start painting my hat all black. Nothing fancy, it's just a flat black. Some people get really nervous with black paint. Does black paint make you nervous? I think like this, I'm good, but sometimes when I do silhouette paintings, can get a little nerve-wracking. Yes, Amber, I'm live on YouTube too. Oh, I like that. Jennifer says going green and then add a little shamrock for St. Paddy's Day, and it's coming up. Isn't it March 17th or something? Coming up in March. I don't know the date. I go around and then I can paint a little bit more loose on the inside. And again, if you can see your brush strokes or it's not covering properly, let it dry a little bit, and then a second coat should cover all the little brush strokes. Can chalk paint be used? Oh yes, I've used chalk paint. What I like about chalk paint, or most of the mineral paints too, you can paint on any surface with it. And it's very opaque. So for this one, it would be great. I think I like my hat tonight. That's not bad at all. And then the same black paint. I'm just going to lift this a little bit. For the shoes. And don't rush if you're not there. Love your hat shape too. Thank you, Rhonda. Just saw this. So just watching tonight. Hi, Candace. Hopefully I can join next time. Yes. And this one stays on. It will be here until tomorrow if you want to paint it later tonight or tomorrow. Sheila says, I want to paint the hat red. Go for it. Make it red. Best wishes for your hand. Thank you. Thank you for sharing this painting. Love it, as you know me. Watching from my chair. Paint tomorrow. That's lovely, Patricia. Oops, I painted the body black too. You can leave it black if you like it black, but I'm going to make mine like a really dark charcoal color. I'm using oil pastels. Oh, lovely. If you are ready, just type in ready, and then we'll move on to the body and then to the nose. Do you make any peacock paintings? No, but I did draw one out, so there might be one coming. I really like the peacocks. Hat and feet sage green. Oh, Andrea, that sounds lovely. Lots of readies. I'm so nervous. I'm ready. Take a deep breath, Natalie. Amy says not. She's not ready. Yasmin, you are most welcome and welcome. Yasmin is from Aldergrove. My son lives in Aldergrove. He bought a little townhome there. First time joining. This is fun. Hello, Carla, and welcome. I'm here every Tuesday. Still wet. I know it takes a while to dry. All right, so let's paint the body, and we're going to do that with what I do is like a charcoal color. So it's not black, it's a dark gray color, and this time I think I'm going to change to my medium-sized brush. And to mix the charcoal, the black goes really far, so I'm going to scoop a little bit of white this way and grab some of the black, but I don't want to go too dark. Oh, there's some water. A little darker than that. I think that's a good color. But quite often I'll mix a color, and when I take it to the canvas, I can see that it needs to be lighter or darker because of the colors around it. But I think that should be good for this one. And as I need more, I'm just going to make more. Right. So very little. I'm not mixing all my paint together. I just work right there. Right. Deepa, first time joining. Welcome, welcome. All right, so I'm going to go and just paint this in. There's no fancy brush stroke. You just push down and drag out the paint. I like to do long brush strokes when I paint. The only time I really do tiny little brush strokes is when I do landscapes and my little flower paintings. I like to drag out my brush. Someone was asking about painting with the trimmer. Quite often when I drag out the paint, the lines would be quite straight, but the back end of the brush will shake a little bit. And I also find that painting with a heavier brush makes it a little easier. So if you can find some of those the weights that you can add to a pen or to utensils, they to add to your brush, they work well too. Nothing fancy, it's just flat colors. Oh, the beard is so much fun. I can't wait to show you guys. It is so much fun to paint this beard. But we're not there yet. Oh, take your time, Amy. She says she can't keep up. It's the first time. Just take your time. If you fall behind, you're welcome to ask questions. I try and answer, or someone else will answer you. When you get into the zone and you're just blending away, just take your time. And I post the video right after. So as soon as it's posted, then you can skip to go back to where you were, and then you can catch up at your own time. Lots of people watch and start with me, and then they just paint at their own time, and then they finish up later. Quite often at 11, 12 o'clock, I'll get a message, I eventually finished. So it's pretty neat. Just take your time. Renee is here from Australia, just watching today. I will paint later. Wonderful. Yvonne says, keep going, Amy. Mine too. If you go to YouTube, are you able to pause there? I'm watching for this time, first time, and I'll do it tomorrow. It sounds good, Louise. My paints are from Michaels and thinner. Do you have any suggestions for blending? Is it a more fluid paint or is it more transparent? So if it's much thinner and it's more fluid, so a lot of the paints, sometimes when you put it down and you start blending, you'll still see a lot of the canvas. Do the first coat, and with the second coat, when you blend in other colors, it will cover a little bit better. If it's a case of being very transparent, white paint is opaque. But if you're talking about the black, I wouldn't add white. Just paint it and then do a second coat of black. So if you are on YouTube, you're able to pause. I didn't know that. How long will the video be available? 24 hours, so until tomorrow this time. When I went to YouTube, the reception and lighting wasn't good. Oh, that's interesting. I cannot watch YouTube in the room where I am. All right, so we're going to paint the nose and the pom-pom. So for the pom-pom, I do just white paint, and I use my round brush. Well, a little bit of gray too, but very little. So a really light gray, but mostly white. Hi, Betty. Welcome, welcome. Right, so painting the pom-pom in, we're going to first give it a layer of white paint. And don't rush if you're not there, it's all good. So I'm using my small round brush, and I'm just going to paint in lots of white paint. Nothing fancy yet, just white paint. I just need it to be not a raw canvas. And then I'll bring it closer to show you how we do the pom-pom. All right, so flat white paint. Can you see here how my black is still see-through? I need to go do a second coat there. All right, so we're going to use this brush. I'm going to use a really light gray, and you're going to do little flicks out. You put your brush inside the white, and then you push out to do the little flicks. I'm going to do it down here so you can see. And that's how you make it all fluffy. Be careful that you don't pick up black paint. And I go round and round like that. You can use a little bit of gray on the inside to create some textures. So I've got some gray here. Doing layers and layers like that. Short little brush strokes. And I'll keep going on this until I can't see the outline anymore. But you want all that texture. I don't know if you can see it properly. But you want lots of texture there. The idea is to put the brush down and flick out. So you're not dragging it. It's not a straight drag. It's a flick. And I'll do it in black so you can see what I mean. So put your brush down and flick out like this. And you're going to go round and round until you have that little pom-pom going on. Like that. And I do it with white, I do it with gray, but I do want it to be a white pom-pom, so I'm not going to go too gray. The gray is just to give it a little bit of texture, but that's round about what you're going to do. You guys breathing? Oh, thank you, Patty. Patsy. Rhonda from South Dakota, first timer. Welcome, welcome. Lindsay says, oops, what happened? Did you drink the paint water? Thank you for your time to show us how to paint fun pictures. Sherry, you are most welcome. Tuesdays are one of my favorite days to come on here and teach these classes. And I want to continue doing this, so I'm asking you guys to share my videos so people can see it. Invite your friends to come and see. If there's any paintings you like in the online school, go have a look. Lindsay says she forgot to breathe. Don't forget to breathe. Do I have a reminder for you? Shall I leave this here for a minute? Hello from Malaysia. First time joining. So beautiful your painting. Thank you so much. And welcome. Is the texture just white? If you're talking about the pom-pom, it has lots of gray in it. There's lots of gray. And then I go with some white on top too. But it's quite light. And I'll keep going with it. I can play here for a very long time. And I'll go all kinds of directions. I also like that, I don't know if you can see the texture of the paint, but you can see the thick paint, the little lines as I make them, and that just even makes it look more, more puffy and more fluffy. Hi Bing, she is from Hong Kong. Welcome, welcome. I'm painting on my iPad. Oh, that's so amazing. And you're most welcome. First paint class to me. I'd love to see yours at the end too. Yes, you can pause on YouTube. Awesome. That's nice to know. And believe it, Frida, we all look forward to Tuesday. That's so neat. Wanda says she feels that with a thinner craft paint, she always needs multiple layers to paint. I can hardly wait to get the better paints. Did you end up ordering? I know I saw that Sax TrueFlow is not out of stock in Canada, but I saw that you were in the States. So, but Liquitex is really good too. I like that too. And then the Michaels brand, this one, Artist Loft. I like this one too. It's really neat for these kind of paintings. All right, painting the nose in, I make it a really light gray, but the top I go a little bit lighter. So it's got, and when you paint in the nose, try and keep your brush strokes rounded because you want it to look very smooth, and having straight brush strokes will make it look flat, and you want it to look round. So I always work my brush strokes rounded when I do the nose. Right, so I'm going to use a really light gray, and I'm using my filbert brush again. So I'm going to go with a light gray. You can see on here, that's the white and that's the light gray. And I might need to do multiple coats to cover that gray line that's there. So painted all one color, like a light gray, and then we're going to add a little bit of a highlight to it. See how my gray still shows up? A second coat, it looks really wild on with the light right behind. It's not that bright, but anyway, a second coat will hide that. I'm going to show you on my palette here. So you're going to do the nose in a light gray. Keep your brush strokes rounded. Like this. And then I add a highlight. I like to do a highlight. This is very shiny and what's the word? Slippery when I paint on it. I speak English deliciously. So I add a little highlight at the top like that. So some white, and I add a little highlight like that on the nose. So you make it all gray, and then keep the brush strokes rounded and add a little highlight to the nose like that. I'll come back when it's dry to do a second coat there. Then we're gonna do the little beard, which takes some time. We're gonna chill and we're gonna do it slowly. It's gonna be fun. I used to paint with acrylics for about 15 years and had to give up painting as these paints. Workable now for painting. Are they workable? There are mediums you can use to make it more workable. Like you talking about how it dries. My arm hurts. Are you sitting down? I find that my arm hurts more when I sit down and paint, and when I get up, it's a little better. So maybe try and stand if you're sitting down. That's the paint I bought also. Awesome, Susan. Oh, I see, Wanda. I got your message. I plan on sticking a cotton wool for the pom-pom. I love it. I just realized I forgot the beard. That's okay, Leanne. You can do the brush strokes on top. We're going to do it right now. And what will happen is a little bit of the background colors will come through. You will just do more layers of color. That's all. What medium can I use? It's a acrylic retarder to make it dry a little slower. And I know the golden products, that's a really good one. Almost drank the paint water. Do you know how many times I reach for it? Last night we had someone dip their paintbrush in their in the dipping sauce of on their plate. They were eating and painting, and the plate was right next to the palette. I'm like, oops, we can't paint with HP sauce. So these things happen. More often than you think. All right, are you guys ready to play with the beard? All right. So I'm going to start talking about the beard. It's lots of layers, and you have to try different brushes to see what works best for you. I normally start with one brush and then I move on to another brush. But the whole idea is to do layers of brush strokes that these ones, you kind of do a little squiggle and they go down, and these ones go slightly sideways, but they're not going horizontally. You still want it, the beard is hanging down, so you still want your brush strokes to go diagonally down. So you're going to do little brush strokes. I'm going to do some darker ones just to show you the direction, and I use my filbert brush for this. Right. And try different brushes for the beard. Right, so I'm going to go for these ones. They're going to go something like that. I'll bring it closer. These ones are little brush strokes like this. These ones go sideways this way, a little squiggle in them. And these ones go still a little diagonally that way. You don't want to go horizontal. I want his beard to go like that. So this is the directions that we're doing our brush strokes. Right, and I start with darker colors. And I hold my brush vertical and I drag it in the direction of the brush. And this is how I start off. A little darker around the nose. And then we're going to go lighter and lighter. And they little squiggles with the brush. I'm going to bring this one closer. And you can see it's darker around the nose, under the nose, and then lighter and lighter as you go further. But you start quite dark. So go quite dark in the beginning because we're going to do layers and layers of white on top. Right. Can you guys still hear me? Hi, Amir. That's okay. Remember, I post the video so you can still join in. Where did you get your paintbrushes? These ones are from Michael's. And they are called Royal and Langnickel. And I like them. I used them for the first time last week. And they're good. All right, so I can, yes, I can hear you. Wonderful. So I'm going to keep going. But as I do this, I'm going to go lighter and lighter with my brush strokes. But that's how it starts off. If I'm going to go right into my nose by accident, I'm going to come back and do a second coat here. Right, so I'm going a little bit lighter now. I'm taking a little bit of water with my paint so it flows a little easier. And here is where I start going into breaking up this line here. Can you guys see what I mean by this takes a lot of layers? It is so fun to do. Don't rush it. Don't have any expectations. Your brush might be different to mine. You're picking up your paint different. You have a different brand. See how it's starting to come together, and it's just layers and layers of these little squiggly brushes and brush strokes. The hand can't hold it anymore. And if you want the last layer, I do a lot of white and very textured, and that's when I jump back to my round brush. And the same kind of texture I have in the pom-pom, I have on my beard, where you can actually see the lines, the paint streaks, and that makes it look more like a little fluffy beard. Try and get the paint out of the bottle. Little squiggly lines everywhere. And I work a little harder here where the outline between my his clothes and the beard is, because I need to cover that. I just want it to be all beard. And if I bring it closer, you can now see the texture starting to form already with this brush. But I'm going to go back with the other tiny brush and add even more in. And you can make it as dark as you like around here, the shadow, but you do want a little bit of a shadow under the nose there. I'm going in to do a second coat. I went right into my nose with my squiggles. He's too adorable. Thank you very much. I started to collect gnomes this year. I love it. This one's one of my favorites to paint. He's just so fun. And it's such a great mindfulness activity. This you can just sit and paint on the beard. And it doesn't have to be done tonight. You can you can start today and work on this beard tomorrow and just do layers and layers and see how it builds up. Sometimes you overdo it and then you have to do the dark again to bring back the shadows around the nose. And then you just go with the white again and it just adds extra layers. Do you paint every night? No, but I do paint every day, but I only go live on Tuesdays. My colors are just blending. So let it dry a little bit. And then if you're moving around and everything's just blending together, let it dry a little bit and then go with a second coat on top. You're my new Bob Ross. Thank you. That's an honor. I'm going to bring it closer so you can see what it looks like already. Look at all that texture. The only thing that I like to work away is, see the line? It's still a little translucent here. So I'll keep working until that line disappears and it's just the little, the beard showing up and not the outline. So, and sometimes it takes a while to get there, but just keep working it. Lots of paint. I'm going to let it dry a little and then I'll go on top again. I also feel like now it's starting to just blend together. So let it dry a little bit. And certain white paints also dry a little translucent. So you might think that you're done. And then when you get back to it, you still see a lot of the bottom color. So let it dry a little and then do a second coat of these little brush strokes on top. And if you've done this and you don't have a little bit of a shadow under the nose again, just go with a darker color right underneath again. But don't be too hard on yourself if it doesn't look perfect around the nose. That hair goes everywhere. I draw out 2 gnomes changing the colors. I can't wait to see, Christine. I'm so sad I missed this one. Aw, it stays here. Rhonda, for 24 hours, so you still have time to do it. Did this one and loved it. Thank you. All right, so while you're busy with the beer, don't rush if you're out there having fun doing those little squiggles. First thing I am going to do is painting my red little heart. And because my red paint is a little see-through, I am going to use some white and red and then go with some red on top of it. I lost my round brush. Here it is. So I'm just going to do a little heart right here. I'm adding a little white with my red because it is so see-through. Very little. Doing a little heart. And then I'm going to space my white dots around it. And then I'll start with a dot here, a dot around it, and then start filling it up. So the first time I did this, I had way too many dots. So take a breather, think about how far do you want them apart. Kind of dot with your finger on your on the hat to see round about where you want it. The next time I did it, I had bigger dots up here and smaller ones at the top. So it's up to you. You can have a few big ones and then a few small ones. But I like to space them. I kind of like what that looks like on that one. Spaced out a little bit, all around about the same size. Right, so using my small round brush, I'm just going to start painting in my white little dots. The red heart looks really dark on the camera, but it's there. And I just go round and round. If you have any of those little round sponges, you can dunk them in and then just twist them to make the little dots. And definitely need two coats of white paint. How's everyone doing? Are you guys breathing? Oh my God, this one's going to be a little pink. That's okay. I'm going to use red glitter on the heart. I like that. Kimberly says, first time painting. All right, so I'm going to work away on these little dots. I might go back and just do a second coat on all of them. When this is dry, I'm going to come back and do more little fluffs in here, especially to try and get this line to disappear. And you'll see eventually it goes away. I'm using my small round brush, so it's I think it's a size 6 round brush. It looks like that. Just a round brush. And when I do these little circles, I just go round and round. So I start in the center and I just go round and round. They're not perfectly round, but they work. They look very round on the camera. That works for me. Now that it's set, it's not very round. And you see you can have some that goes off to the side. Like there's half for one, there's half for one. There's some on the side here. And that is your painting for tonight. I hope that you have fun. Come join me next week. I'm not sure what we are painting. Let's have a look. What are we painting next week? Oh, it's the cat. We are painting this one next week. So come join. Oops. There we go. You will need black and white paint, some purple, green, and brown. And I think I used some yellow. Yes, a little bit of yellow for some of the highlights. But it's very cute. And there's no stencil. I show you how to paint the cat. So come and join me next week for that one too. Right after this, I am going to post a selfie on my Facebook page. So if you're on YouTube, come to my page. I do a little selfie and I invite everyone to post their photos. So we all chat, we all hang out. And I also have a community group. So if you don't want to post on the Facebook page, a lot of people prefer not to post because everyone can see it. They prefer the group, which is just for members. You can come in there and post in there if you don't want your friends to see. So yes, so I will see you next week. Don't stop painting because I'm stopping the video here. I'm just going to paint away on my dots, but I'll be back next week. Do you have any questions on this one? Another great night. Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you, Linda. Couldn't join earlier, going to paint tomorrow. Yay! Wanda, you are most welcome. Thank you very much for being an amazing teacher and fabulous human. Oh, thank you, Nikki. Which site do you post pictures? So on my Facebook page, Zales Art. So where you are now, so just click on the Zales Art, will take you to my page, and I'll be posting the selfie there. So thank you so much. I need to make that one over there white. Now it's gray. I'm going to finish this one later. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next week. Please go check out my membership. Please send this to your friends. Invite your friends to come and paint with us next week. I know that there are a few scouts joining us next week, and a few girlfriends are having a paint and wine night, which is really neat. Yeah, see you next week. Good night.